Jacob Allen and Tyler Erb get Sunday wins, plus Ron Shaver and Don MacAskill talk Ford sprint car engines and their upcoming launch, including some interesting nuggets that we'll discuss. Let's go. It's Monday, May 6th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. Are you tired of the constant struggle to keep track of your equipment's maintenance schedules and usage? Enter the MyCabota app. It is your ultimate solution. With its real-time monitoring, maintenance reminders, and diagnostic alerts, MyCabota empowers you to manage your equipment with ease. Bid farewell to breakdowns and welcome efficiency with open arms. Inside the app, you'll also find equipment manuals, maintenance guides, and compatible attachments and implements for your equipment. Download the MyCabota app today and revolutionize the way you manage your equipment. Kubota for those who demand the best. To get the MyCabota app, scan the QR code on your screen right now. You can also click the links below in the video description or search for the MyCabota app in the Apple App and Google Play stores. Adams County had 30 super late models yesterday for a little Sunday MLRA action. Tyler Erb led every lap from the pole to pick up the $5,000 win. It was win number 2 on the season for him, coming in just his third start since revealing he was off the tour with Lucas. Erb solid with the Outlaws over the weekend as well at Mississippi Thunder with 2 top 10s. This was Erb's first victory in a late model since East Bay back in February. Earl Pearson Jr. ended up second after trying to challenge Erb through lap traffic. It was EPJ's first top 5 since the Pittsburgher last September. Benton and Farmington next up for the MLRA teams in a few weeks. Chad Simpson, your current championship leader over Chris Simpson and Gordy Gundaker. At Terre Haute, the Maverick Wings Sprint Series got their season started yesterday. 24-10 sprint cars in attendance, and Jacob Allen getting the victory over Rico Abreu and Kevin Thomas Jr. It was an interesting mix of cars for that one, including some Ohio guys. Obviously, you had the National Touring guys in there and some regular non-wing guys as well. I don't know everything that went on, but it sounded like there was some drama around refueling cars during the feature. Bernie Stubjan's social media post pointed to some organization issues to work out for the very new series. It would also be nice if we had a little bit more social media coverage. I know they didn't have streaming or any sort of video highlights, but a little social media coverage would help there too. The Maverick Series is back May 17th at Bloomington. You can keep up with the series by searching for Maverick Wings Sprint Series on Facebook. One quick stat note for you today. I mentioned exactly 1 week ago that Anthony Macri was the first sprint car driver to cross 100K in earnings for the season. And after this past weekend, we now have 4 drivers across that mark. Brad Sweet's Lakeside Sweep with the $50,000 from Saturday has him atop the list right now at 136K. David Gravel, 117, Tyler Courtney, 103, and Macri at 102. Sheldon Hodenshield, Corey Day are the next 2 likely to break into 6 figures this season. Jacob Allen leads all drivers with 26 sprint car starts this season, while Macri still has the most wins with 7. Over the weekend at Eldora, Donnie Schatz was on the podium both nights and nearly won the Saturday show had it not been for a late move from David Gravel. At this point in the season, headed for Central Pennsylvania this week, Schatz is second in the World of Outlaws Championship standings, and he's looking like the Donnie Schatz of old. Already 2 wins this season and an average feature finish of 5.83. Schatz hasn't had an average finish like that since 2019. And obviously, there's still a long way to go with just 18 races complete of what will likely be near 70, but the signs are encouraging. One of the main changes to the Tony Stewart Racing 15 team going back these last 5 years is the switch to the Ford 410 sprint car engine. Under development for several years now, many Schatz fans are quick to point to the Ford power as the reason why Donnie just hasn't been the same guy that won 10 World of Outlaws championships. And maybe that's true, or maybe it isn't, but things are going in a positive direction for Schatz, for TSR, and the Ford engine program as a whole. Back on the March 26th Daily Show, we talked about Ford Performance and Ron Shaver gearing up to offer customer versions of the Ford 410. And in a recent interview with ePartrade, Shaver and Don MacAskill provided a bunch of information on the engine and future plans. Shaver's Torrance, California-based engine shop has been at the center of the development of the Blue Oval 410 and has worked closely with TSR and Ford to make all of this happen. At the moment, Chase Briscoe and his sprint car operation have the first couple of customer versions of the engine, and we've seen both Briscoe and Carter Sarf run that car over the last few weeks. Briscoe has that tight connection to Ford. He came up through their driver development program on the stock car side, and he obviously races currently in NASCAR for Stewart-Haas, obviously tied in with Ford as well. Briscoe ran with High Limit at Texas Motor Speedway and with the Outlaws at Jacksonville, and then Sarf won a MOA show in that car at Red Hill here not long ago, and was at Lakeside this past weekend with High Limit. In that interview, Shaver and MacAskill revealed that the customer engines do differ from what we've seen Schatz run, and that will continue to be the case. Reading between the lines, the engines for TSR sounded like maybe they're a little more customized and bespoke for their purposes, especially for various track configurations, while the customer piece is more an all-around setup. They can be taken anywhere right out of the box. Shaver said they don't have all of the secrets in the customer version, but that those engines will last a long time and are very competitive. As for horsepower, it seems like nobody ever wants to say what the real numbers are with Fords or with any sprint car engines, sprint car 410s. We usually hear around 900 as the reference number for 410s, but Shaver and Dino Don talked about the engines being in the 950 range, while after the Saturday Eldora race, Schatz mentioned that magical 1000 number. Where it actually is, I guess I'll leave that up to you to decipher, but we're close in that 900 to 1000 range. The other interesting takeaway I had from the interview was the two guys talking about torque curves. They said that they can make the Ford engine have the same torque curve as a Chevy-based 410, but that their hope was to make the Ford better. I know that's been a talking point a lot, is that, if Schatz suddenly went back to a Chevy, that he'd be fast again. But if they can make the Ford have the same torque curve and essentially the same, performance and characteristics as a Chevy, maybe that's not the reason then. The plan at the moment is for Fords to be available to the public the first of next year, and that they will have a complete cookbook available in the Ford catalog, with customers able to either get complete engines or buy all of the parts and build one themselves via that cookbook. If you're curious about engines, specifically the Ford piece, I would check out the interview. It's about an hour, and there's a lot of good stuff in there. If you want to watch it, I'll link to it below in the video description over on or here on YouTube. It's over on the ePartrade YouTube channel. A lot of stuff in there too as well about still some issues with the supply chain and getting parts for these engines. All right, that's it for the Daily Show today. If you ordered merch yesterday, it has been shipped out to you, so you should have it soon. Appreciate the orders. If you want to check out DIRTRACKR merch, you can hit up shop.dirtracker.com. Hats, shirts, stickers, everything in stock right now. If you're in the Midwest today, please be safe out there. I know more nasty weather is incoming. Take care of yourselves, please. You can find the streaming schedule and updated news at DIRTRACKR.com, and you can follow DIRTRACKR across social media. That means Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, wherever you are, we are too. I hope you guys have a great Monday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.